So I saw this clip by Anna Akana and I thought it was kind of interesting. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here.
And this is why we're often attracted to people who resemble our parents. Not only because it's familiar, but it's literally the definition of love we were raised on. One of the easiest ways to kind of figure out what patterns you're reinforcing is to make a list. I love lists. First, write out the negative and positive qualities of both your mother and your father. And then you make similar lists for the 3 most significant relationships in your life. Now look at these lists and see what they all have in common in both areas.
You got it? So it's all about what kind of influence our parents' relationship have on us and the partners that we pick for ourselves. So what I did was that I made this graph. Now, what does that mean? Well, I didn't want to out anyone about anything in particular, so this is coded. It actually looks like this. I took a positive trait from my mother in this case, and I'll just assign something here like making good coffee, and then I assigned that with a color so that we could distinguish them from other such traits. Then I looked at my partner choices. We have girlfriend 1, we have girlfriend 2, we have the ex-wife, now we have the current girlfriend. I took the 4 most significant relationships. I didn't want to burden anyone down with minutiae. And I looked at which ones of these also shared this positive trait. And I assigned that with them, and then I could remove the text. So you can see how it works out. So we have a bunch of positive traits on my mother and a bunch of negative ones, and then we'll just see how those correlate down the line. Now, what was interesting to me was where I was missing positive traits, where I had found a partner who did not share a positive trait that my mother exhibited towards my father. If the idea that Anna was proposing holds up, then I should be trying to match that going forward. Also, of course, you want to improve, so you want to remove as many of the negative traits as possible, and at least with some minor insight, you should be able to do that. You should be able to find partners with a limited field of negative traits. Now, I've been getting, sort of better. You can see it going down the line that there is an actual change here. What we do also find, of course, is that one of these had very little in common with my mother as far as positive traits go, and very little in the negative, but does have this one sort of unique negative trait, which was of course a deal breaker, and that relationship just fell apart like firecrackers. So what can I learn from this? Well, I didn't actually reflect on this in this way before, and it's interesting. It's really interesting, and it'll inform my ideas of how this is supposed to work and how I'm supposed to work when looking into how I develop my relationship, and seeing how this actually impacts me as a person and us in the relationship. So thank you, Anna, for giving me something really interesting to think about, and presenting me with some odd challenges for my introspection and my development as far as being a human goes. Thank you for watching, and if you want to check out Anna's full video, it's in the description below, obviously, and I'll just see you next time.